That take me a whole walk, man. What y'all got going on? Let's try to complete this mission. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like button when you show up, man. Let's try to complete this mission, man. Let's try to complete this mission, man. That's for real. What's good? What's good? It's been a good day today, man. The day almost over. Y'all hit that like button when y'all coming here, man. Y'all know what time it is. It's called a daily walk, man. The daily walk. The daily walk. Walk a couple of miles a day, keep the doctor away. Or you can run, any which way you choose to do it. However your body lets you do it. Some people can do it both ways. Whatever way you choose to do it. Ain't no doubt. Well, let's see if we can have a small time discussion. Ain't got to be that big, man. Just be something small, something light. It's a light day. It's a light day today, man. Ain't nothing big, ain't nothing fancy. Just a light day today. And that's for real. Y'all see how fast them cars flying by? That's how fast life passed ass by. Without a doubt. See if I can't get to my favorite spot, man. I reached my favorite spot, man. Where it ain't no sun at. That's for real. It's a good day to be alive, man. It's a good day to be alive, man. I need y'all to start appreciating these days that you here, man. Appreciate these days that you still here. And that's for real. But we're going to have to complete this mission before the day over with, man. We got to talk about it, man. It's a small time discussion that I need to have. Yeah. About these kids in LA. But they ain't no different from nobody else's kids. They done named themselves the Flash Mob. A bunch of teens, juveniles at that, storming 7-Elevens all throughout the day. They ain't got nothing else better to do but go steal out of 7-Eleven. And that's real. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if I got any trolls in here, I can't see you because I got my primes on. I got my primes on to block the sun out, right? And if you ain't hit the like button and you in here, by the time I take these primes out, we're going to have a problem. That's for real. So if you in here, hit the like button. Because by the time I take these primes off and ain't nobody hit the like button, It's over with. We gonna have to move around. And I'm gonna do what I do, and y'all continue to do what y'all do. No harm, no foul. It's just all in the name of streaming, as they call it. And that's for real. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm gonna walk me a couple of miles, and by the time I get back where I'm going, guess what? It'll be all over with. Be all over with, man. Yep. So y'all come take a walk. If you ain't walked, I'm walking for you. And if you ain't running, somebody else running for you. That's for real, man. But anyway, man, like I said, do you know where your kids are? Because they got kids running in 7-Eleven nowadays, man. But that's just the youth and what's growing up nowadays, man. That's what's growing up in society. And really ain't too much you can do about it. Me, myself, I call them kid bad actors. Because the minute you try to tell them something, shit, they gonna bomb on you. So the best thing you can do is stay out of the way sometime. And that's for real. Mind your business, like I always say. Everybody's business ain't your business. If you got a kid that disobedient, you might need to drop his ass off at the juvenile and let the people take care of him. However, that don't mean all kids are fucked up. Really don't, man. I always tell you, I take my hat off to people raising kids nowadays. You gotta have a heart, because it's tough, man. It's tough out here to do that, and that's real talk. But at the end of the day, somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. So, if you doing it, shout out to you. But like I said, these kids done name themselves. They got a name in their life, so when they run out of the grocery store, they call themselves the Flash Mob. And for those that ain't seen it, I encourage you to go check it out. You'll see them, ain't number juveniles, and it's a bunch of them, and the man is trying to keep them out of the store. He holding the door so tough, he can't keep them all out. He did his best to protect his stuff, but shit just didn't work out for him, man. They still bum rushed the store and tore everything up in the store. But that's what we're going through right now today, 2024. That's the youth, man. Everybody want to be a gangster, even the damn kids, until the gangsters show up. When the gangsters show up, they don't want to be no gangster no more. And I ain't talking about no people on the street. I'm talking about the laws. You know, the motherfucking laws is the biggest gangsters there is. They the biggest gangs that is. And that's for real. But when they show up, don't nobody else want to show up. Where I made it to my little old destination in my spot, this gonna determine what happens with this situation that we got going on now. Because I'm finna transform. I'm gonna get out of these primes. And guess what? I'm gonna get in these Clark Kents and see what we got going on right now. That's for real. So like I said, I got my boy Big Face in here. What's up, Southwest? I'm just chilling, man. Just another day in life, man. Ain't too much going on. Ain't too much going on with me. And that's the way I like it. Keep it boring. It's the ones that want to have all the fun, that want to have all the problems. South Texas tapping in. What's up, G? Ain't nothing, man. I'm just rearing back. Man. I'm trying to ask the people, do they know where their kids are? Because the kids in LA, they call themselves the flash mob, and they bomb rushing all 7-Elevens. What's up, HT? Yeah, they call themselves the flash mob in LA, all them juveniles, and they running in 7-Elevens, man. Yeah, don't know. That's a real little small time robbery case. But ain't nobody ever taught them nothing though. You know, they starting out early, man. That's a one-way ticket. What you say, son of success? Love from where? Please stream my song Energy. Yeah, okay, hit the like button. We'll stream it. If you in here from another country, hit the like button. That's how you get your song streamed. That's for real. My boy said they go flash right on that. Yo, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Say, when you get time, all you got to do is Google it. And you'll see they call themselves the flash mob. It's a bunch of teenagers, juveniles at that. It look like they just got out of school. Some of them got their face covered up, and some of them don't. But the backdrop on that is this. Guess what happened? They parents seen them on there and turned their ass in. Yeah, their parents seen them on there and turned them in. So it ain't like they ain't got nobody that don't care. They just ain't understanding that it's consequence and repercussions for everything. You know what I'm saying? Especially sometimes it's a real consequence and repercussion for if you run in the wrong store, right? Just so happen, hey man, it's so many of them, man. It's probably about 75, 80 of them kids running in that store, man. I mean, they tore it up. And it's just a miscellaneous shit they getting out of there. For real, juvenile don't even understand. So they said, ain't no doubt. Well, I ain't gonna even say that. Because you got some grown men that go to prison and get out and they go back. So I don't think it's the life sentence situation. Some of them don't understand until they get unalive. See, when they get unalive, then they get the message. But that's the only time they gonna get it. Ain't no doubt. What they call that shit, touches or some shit. What they call them chips, touches. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what they stealing. They stealing torches, the motherfucking hot pickles and all that old shit, man. That's what they stealing out them stores. Some shit, you know, it don't even add up to nothing, man. I mean, it don't add up to nothing, man. But like I said, if you Google it and look on the news, you'll see them. I mean, they stormed the store, man, until the surveillance footage came out and the parents seen some of their kids on there and they turned their ass in like they were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand one thing. In today's household, you probably just got one parent, man. You know, either you got a mother in the house or you got a father in the house. And those people going to work. That's why I said, shout out to all the fathers and the mothers, man, that's trying their best. You know, they trying their best, man. What's up, Ash? Y'all hit that like button for me, man. It's all good. I'm just doing what I do on the daily, getting my walk in. You know, I'm walking for those that ain't walking. And somebody else is running for those that ain't running. You know what I'm saying? What say they gonna have red and blue fingertips? Well, the red and blue fingertips gonna come from that motherfucking ink when they getting booked in. It ain't gonna come from them chips. You can believe that. It's just the point about it, man, that this is the time that we live in. Kids don't want to pay for shit until it's time to pay with their life. That's what we up against. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell people, man, you can't fault the parents all the time. You can't fault them parents all the time because a lot of them do the best they can with what they got, man. know what I'm saying? It's a lot of parents right now today do the best at what they can with what they got, man. And if you look with the black, because, you know, I got to speak on this because the majority of the kids that went in that store was black, right? So if you look at the black culture now today, right, and I'm just keeping a book all the way across, most of the dads are in prison. So what that is, it leave the mama to raise them. Mama can't do it all, you know. Mama can't be the mama and the dad at the same time. She got to go to work, and that's real. So them kids got too much idle time on their hand, and there's a lot of them come up missing. That's why a lot of that sex trafficking shit, man, go down. Yeah, I work hard for you to steal. Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt. That's why I said what I said a few minutes ago. A lot of them parents seen their sons on there. I don't think that there was no girls involved, because these boys rode their bikes. Y'all hear me now? They rode their bikes to the 7-Eleven, and they dropped their bikes in front of the 7-Eleven, bro. It had to be about 75 juveniles, man. They dropped their bikes in front of 7-Eleven, man, and stormed in that 7-Eleven and stole chips and all miscellaneous shit. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you what I didn't see. I didn't see now one of them with a backpack with books in it. I didn't see now one of them with a backpack with books in it, right? So what that tell me, they just going to school to satisfy the parents, man. They ain't trying to go learn shit, man. They ain't trying to go learn a damn thing. So, it is what it is, man. And that's why I tell people, man, when you see people in 2024 trying to raise kids, man, take your hat off to them, man, because they doing the best they can, man. And this is a dangerous ass world we live in. And sometimes you send them kids off to go certain places and they don't come back. What's up, Shu? What's up, man? I'm just on here chilling. I just got through with my couple of miles walk. I walk for those that ain't did no walking today, and somebody else gonna run for them later on, but it won't be me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping the buck all the way across. So it is what it is, man. And if you raising kids nowadays, man, you can't do nothing but pray for them. You can't do nothing but pray for them, man. And sometimes that shit don't work. You know, you go through your whole life praying for the kids, buying for the kids, and that shit still don't work. So what do we do from there? You know, speaking of kids, you know, I got my boy King Shu in the building, man. And he mentoring kids, man, all in Washington, D.C., man. So you got people out here trying their best, man, to deliver the message, man. But when you see shit like this here, man, when you see teenagers, juveniles, running in a 7-Eleven, 50 at a time, and the man got to hold the door, guess what? We got a long way to go, right? We got a long way to go. But we've came a long way too. But it's still more work to be put in. And that's why we always tell people, man, that the stories that be told by certain people, man, they need to be told. They need to be told. However, it's a lot of times the real stories can't ever make it to the real platforms, man. Why? Ask yourself why. Why can't the real stories make it to the real fucking platforms, man? I'll tell you why. Because so many people make mockeries of fucked up situations. They make mockeries of fucked up situations. And then they turn right around and get praised for the shit. That's the problem. So now, on the back end of that shit, guess what happened? The kids running 7-Eleven and steal chips, sodas, trash the motherfucking place, man. Only to get turned in by their own mother and father. You know what I'm saying? That's how far we came. So it ain't like we ain't got people that's telling the real stories of situations. The people out here spilling that shit in the streets. They spilling it in the streets. But then on top of that, you got a lot of people that ain't spilling the shit in the streets. They spilling the shit that they want to spill in the streets about certain situations when that other shit need to be spilled in the streets, man. So once again, if you got a son or you got a daughter, man, I take my hat out to you, man. Cause it's hard out here, man. It's hard for a motherfucking grown man. So imagine how hard it is for a kid with no sense of direction. They trying to break in that motherfucking prison, man, and they don't even know it. They trying to kick the door open to that bitch. And when they get there, ain't nothing beneficial in that motherfucker. It ain't nothing but a time machine to where you gonna grow old and you gonna get out of that motherfucker, you gonna still look young, but you still gonna be old. That's what that motherfucker is. It's a real time machine where it preserves you if you do the right thing. And on the back end of that shit drives you insane at the same time because you trying to break free and you don't even know how to break free. But at the end of the day, they don't know what they up against, man. They don't know what they up against, man. And the reason why that is because the right people not in the right place, man. Yeah, like you said, I don't want no snacks that bad, but this is what I'm telling you. This is what separates grown men from kids, right? You can tell they kids, they want chips and snacks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they want snacks and shit. They get out of school and go into 7-Eleven. That's what kids do. These ain't grown people. These are 75 kids entered this motherfucker me 7-Eleven and stole all this shit and trashed it. Not thinking on the back end of that shit that it's consequences and repercussions for that. Cause you know what? Sometimes the motherfucking parents have to reimburse these places that these kids destroy. They ain't thinking about that. And why? Because for one, listen what I'm telling y'all, for one, it's a single parent in the home. Ain't no father there, man. Ain't no male figure there. In other words, ain't nobody there to put that foot in their ass. Cause you already know what mama gonna do. Not all mamas though, cause you know, I had a project mama. She gonna slap the shit out of you. That's straight up. I had a project mama. I didn't have no motherfucking me suburban mama or none of that shit. My mama gonna reach back real hard and slap the shit out of you. And whatever in her way, that's what she gonna pick up. I don't give a damn if it's a pot or whatever it is. I ain't had now one of them soft ass mamas. You know, I didn't have now one of them, but it is a lot of soft mamas around. And they won't even whoop their damn kids nowadays. They rather talk them down. Y'all know where I'm coming from. The mamas nowadays rather talk their kids down. They gonna take the cell phone. They gonna take the tablet. They gonna take the PS5 remote. They gonna do all that soft shit, and they gonna run right in that 7-Eleven. They gonna run right in that 7-Eleven. When all it take is for you just to rub back and slap the shit out of him, and he'll realize what's going on. However, you got to be careful doing that because these kids listen to so much fucking rap music, they ain't got no problem with unaliving their mama. Y'all know I ain't lying. Ain't no doubt. See what he said? My granny didn't even play that. Ain't no doubt. You know, but that's if you come up under the old law. Now these new millennial mamas, oh baby, don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that. They gonna please them to death. You know, it ain't no, get your ass in here, go out there, give me that switch, twist it up, and whoop the shit out of it. Ain't none of that no more. You know, all this soft parenting, that's why the kids getting fucked around, man. You know, and like I said, most of the daddies ain't there. And if they is there, what they doing? I ain't got to tell you. I ain't got to tell you. Y'all know what they doing. They passing the blunt to the goddamn son. Yeah. So We ain't gonna pretend like we don't know what's going on. So you can't blame a lot of that shit on the kids. Kids, their parents look, I ain't no doubt. They gonna call, boy, you ain't telling me nothing I don't know. They gonna call me if, look at this here. I remember a time when I was at motherfucking the store, right? I remember a time when I was in the store. And if you old school and you cut from the cloth I'm cut from, you know I ain't telling no lie. So it was some shit I wanted. Oh, and I was acting a damn fool in that store, right? But it didn't take long. My mama didn't give a damn who was looking. It didn't take long for her to stop that basket and hit me right in the back of my motherfucking head with a bottle of that motherfucking Dawn dishwashing soap. I fell to the floor, and then a tear come out my eye. I looked up, and then she grinned. Get your ass up. And there it went, and that's all it took. But now, let's get to these millennial mamas. Oh, Johnny, get up, Johnny. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Oh, they gonna scream and holler, Johnny, please don't do that. In other words, what I'm saying, it ain't no difference no more between the black mama, the Hispanic mama, and the white mama. All of them do the same shit. They passive and they parenting, which is good. In some instances, which is good, because everything don't require for no big ass whooping. You know, some of that you can let pass because you can charge it up to, they ain't nothing but a kid, right? But most of that shit, you can't overlook it. Because if you overlook it, it's gonna be a buildup. It's gonna be a real super buildup, and then next thing you know, down the line, you're gonna have a motherfucking problem on your hand. You're gonna have a real problem on your hand, cause they done went right in that 7-Eleven like I'm talking about and destroyed that whole fucking 7-Eleven. And now these people gotta buy all this shit over again, and now they calling you cause your son done been identified on the motherfucking tape. So here you go. You gotta take off from that job, and most, I'm saying most, so don't get offended. Most people can't afford to take off from work because it's hard. So if you take off a whole day from work, that means you miss money. All because he wants to steal a motherfucking meat honey bun. He wants to steal a honey bun with a Dr. Pepper. So that's the shit that we living in right now, man. It's too much motherfucking passive parenting, right? Too much passive parenting. Look at football nowadays. Let's look at high school football and junior high school football, right? When I played football, or when anybody else old school played football, they go out there to bring the pain, right? They go out there to bring the pain to the other team. But now, parenting in school, in football now, oh, Michael, don't hit him that hard. And this is the opposing team. They don't even want the goddamn boys hitting hard no more. They don't want no physicality on the football field. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. My boy here say he gonna eat a whole case of $100 to drink a case of soda in that order. Ain't no doubt. So, like I said, man, that you have to take your hats off to men and women that raising kids, and they understand between soft parenting and knowing when to put that foot in that ass. See, I just, my thing nowadays, parenting, I couldn't be no parent right now, man. No, I couldn't be no parent. That's why I'm a motherfucking grandparent. Cause my daughter do all that shit, and I ain't gotta worry about it. They do all the discipline. All I do is spend all the money. Get them what they get, and the best thing about it, they come over and they go back. That's the best thing about it. But the tolerance level right now, it can't be there, and that's for real. And not only that, it's really too much temptation out here in this world for these fucking kids, man. Their attention span so short, man. It's too short, and there's too many temptations for them. Sometimes they ain't got no choice but to fuck up. You putting all that shit out there in front of them, they can't survive all them temptations, man. Something gonna have to give at some time and point, man. It's just too much shit for them to do. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you got a son or a daughter, y'all know what time it is. I went to a football game a couple of weeks ago, and Lord forgive me, I thought I was at a damn strip club. I thought I was at a fucking strip club. I said, boy, look how these goddamn parents let these kids come out of this house. Ain't no way I'm gonna have my motherfucking daughter going to no football game dressed like that. You know? Yeah. Man, and not only that, my motherfucking wife said the same thing. She said, look at these goddamn kids, man. These kids coming out of the house with the crop top shirt on, with the damn belly piercing. I said, what the fuck, man? These is goddamn me teenagers going to school like this. I thought we was going to a goddamn a JV football game. I thought I was at motherfucking Magic City some motherfucking well. I thought I was at Magic City, man, the way these kids dress out here. But I understand. It's kids on top of kids. It's kids on top of kids. What I mean by kids on top of kids is kids raising kids. Because you got their mama, she 30-something, and the goddamn daughter 15. They ain't number 15 years apart. They listen to the same music. They wear the same clothes. They get the same twist on their hair. So why not? She'd think I'm the same age my mom is. I bet not think no different, right? And the boys, right? This is real shit. And the boys. My daddy smoke L's, right? So I might as well smoke an L with him. So why not think I'm motherfucking 20? 12 grandbabies, all girls. And you got a bet not. So I was just saying, man. But this is the shit, and this is the world we live in right now, man. Ain't no more old schools out here, man. Ain't no more old schools. Ain't no more cut from that cloth like it was when nigga was growing up, when you something to get your ass whooped with a stitching cord. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of that. Ain't no more of that. Ain't no more of that. You might get your ass in it. Anybody in this chat, remember, I want to test these boys in this chat, right? Anybody in this chat, remember when they had the old school belts with the holes in them? I'm talking about the belts that had the holes in them, right? Yeah, the belts that had the holes in it. And I know some of you boys too young to remember that. But the ones that with the holes in it is the ones that mama used to pick up when you out here bullshitting, and she go across, ain't no doubt, and she go across your motherfucking back with that belt, and it's gonna leave a real mark on it. Whatever mark on that belt, that's what's gonna be on your back. You know what I'm saying? I come from the era where mama and big mama say, you know what? I ain't gonna whoop you today. I'm gonna let it build up on you. Yeah, I'm gonna let it build up on you. See, I come from that era. You know what I'm saying? I come from the build-up era, where they let all that shit that you do build up, and at the end of that shit, guess what? When you think you doing some shit right, that's when they cut in on you. And the first thing you say, why you do that? I'm whooping your ass for the shit you did 2 months ago. See, them days long gone. Them days long gone. I already told you. They got the soft parenting now. You know what I'm saying? What's good? What's good? Y'all hit the like button when y'all show up, man. We just chopping it up. We ain't talking about nothing serious. That belt was made from Mexico. Yeah, that motherfucker was pure leather, and you gonna feel every bit of it. You gonna feel every bit of it, and you gonna remember it next time you go to school. You gonna remember that motherfucker, right? Hey, check this out, man. Listen to this story right here, right? You know, growing up, when you from certain places, you got certain teams, right? You got certain teams you like. Oh, you in that LA traffic in the building, man. Shout out to LA in the building, man. You up in that motherfucking traffic in LA. Okay, you in LA. Well, you ought to seen them run out of that store. Them motherfucking teenagers down there running out of them stores, man. Yeah. They down there in LA running out of them stores, man. North Carolina, this bitch. It's all good. Hit the like button for me. So, I'm from the era, wherever you from, right? Everybody got a football team. Everybody got a football team wherever they from. You know what I'm saying? And I'm from Dallas. So we got, growing up, they want to make everybody Cowboy fans. But when you get grown, you choose your own weapon, right? Real shit. So it's round by Christmas time. Y'all check me out. It's round by Christmas time. This is a real Dallas Cowboys ass whooping story right here. It's round by Christmas time. So me and my brother, they want to try to dress motherfuckers like twins when they growing up. So they put me and my brother in a Dallas Cowboys shirt, right? And when you growing up, you don't know the difference between what shirt is what shirt. So we snatching these shirts back and forward, right? Now, old school mama's gonna get tired of that shit. They ain't finna go for all that motherfucking me whining and all that shit. They ain't finna do none of that. So like I said, so my mama reached back, slapped the shit out of me, open-handed, slapped me in my face. On one side, I felt it on the other side, right? So, but it wasn't no motherfucking CPS and all that shit getting around, right? Ain't nobody in your business back then. But now, let these new millennial mamas try that shit. They gonna be in jail tomorrow. They gonna be in jail. So, it's a reason why them kids go to 7-Eleven and steal all that shit, right? All that shit is gone, what I just said. Ain't no more of that Mexico belt. Ain't no more go out there and give me 3 of them motherfucking switches and tie them together. Ain't no more get that damn, unhook that TV, give me that extension cord. Ain't no more of that shit. That shit gone. But you can rest assured, if you cut into some people that's cut from that cloth and you ask them how many times they had their ass whooped like that, they'll tell you. They'll tell you. Even the girls, they'll tell you too. Even the girls will tell you. They'll tell you they got their ass tore up. One my boy sideways said that's a bad motherfucker. Ain't no doubt. Get out that tub. We used to get in the tub, teach on storm. Ain't no doubt. So y'all know I ain't bullshit, man. I'm just saying though, if you go to the grocery store right now, you gonna hear all them kids crying and whining about the shit they want. Y'all gonna hear it. Y'all know y'all gonna hear it, right? But at the end of the day, ain't nobody getting no ass whooping. It's all, Johnny, will you please don't do that? Michael, stop it. And all that shit. When all it take is for you to take care of the business and all that motherfucking whining and all that shit to stop. Ain't no more hardcore parenting no more, man. I ain't never seen so much motherfucking soft parenting in my life. It can be a little water on the ground, and a motherfucker they don't wanna walk to school. They don't wanna do none of the old school shit. They don't wanna do none of that. All this is new school shit. That's why they ran in that 7-Eleven. Spread the rod, ain't no doubt. Spread the rod, spoil the child, ain't no doubt. I'm talking about spoil. Ain't nothing, but hold up now. Ain't nothing wrong with spoiling the child. Don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with spoiling no child. So we ain't tripping on no spoiling no child. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But what I am saying is this. When it's time for the ass whooping, don't go to talking about you gonna take the cell phone. Don't go to talking about you gonna take the tablet. Don't go to talking about you gonna take the Apple Watch. All that shit don't mean nothing. Yeah, because all you gonna do is wait and you gonna give it back. But if you take care of the business, they know what time it is. They know what time it is. And I'm not saying everybody like what I'm saying. Because you still got some motherfucking parents that'll get in that ass. You still got some parents that'll cut into that ass. So don't get me wrong. They got some out there that'll put the hammer down. But I'm just telling you, when you, what you say, the big face, water was hot, ain't no doubt. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know, but that shit ain't like that no more, man. It's too much soft parenting, man. Too much soft parenting, man. They ain't doing it no more, man. Nah, they ain't doing that shit no more, man. My daughter spoke out of line to her mama, and it only happened once. We let her know real quick. Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt. You gotta goddamn nip that shit in the bud, man, because if you don't, you'll be going to visitation room. I'm talking about the parents on both ends, because you know women go to prison too. Women go to prison too. If you don't nip that shit in the bud, you're gonna be getting a motherfucking a collect call, and you're gonna be getting put on a visitation list. I'm trying to tell you, and it's gonna be unwanted money spent. You're gonna have to spend some money to get a free world lawyer, because these kids don't know how to catch no bullshit case when they catch one. They gonna catch a real case, they gonna cost some real money. So, once again, hats off to the parents, man. Y'all got a hell of a goddamn job to do in 2024, and that shit ain't easy. So I take my hat off to y'all, man. And that's real talk. It's already hard enough, especially when a loaf of bread costs a goddamn arm and a leg, and a pack of chicken or running the score up on your ass. Then you got to worry about him going to school, running out of 7-Eleven, and being seen on the video camera. I'm telling you, that shit hard, man. That shit hard. If you don't look old, by the time you finish, you gonna look old. When you get through raising the motherfucking boys, because they gonna have your head hurting. That's for real. This shit ain't fair, man. Ain't none of this shit fair. But you bring them here, so you gotta take care of them the best way you can, man. So shout out to anybody that got kids, man. It's tough out here, man. And I don't think this shit gonna get no easier no time soon. It ain't gonna get no easier. But you gonna have to tighten up on your parenting skills, man. You might have to whoop a little ass every now and then. Get away from taking the cell phone. Which I bet some of those kids have shit at the house. Ain't no doubt. They got the shit at home. How many people you know that's parents done went home and ain't bought their kids no chips and shit? It ain't shit in 7-Eleven, man, but Slurpees and chips and sneaker bars and all that shit. They ain't stealing no cigarettes. They ain't stealing no gaming cards. They ain't doing none of that. And then out on that, then they knocked all the shit on the floor. Yeah, they knocked all the shit on the ground and then ran out of the store. That's for real. So you can't tell me they went there to eat some shit. They knocked everything on the ground. They just went there to be destructive, man. And that's cause for one thing. That's that soft-ass parenting. When you got soft parents, they gonna do that. You know, but when you got a son that leave out of the house and he fear his daddy, he ain't doing that shit because he got to come back home. That's why I say it's hard for them women that's trying to raise them boys in that house, man. You know what I'm saying? Randy watched it. Yeah, well, tell Randy I said, what's up? I know, Randy. It's all good on my end. Yeah. And that's for real. Yeah, it's hard on them women trying to raise them boys, man. It's hard, because them motherfuckers hard-headed. And we know one thing what they say. Hard head make a soft ass. In every case. I mean, not in some cases, every case. Because when you get where you going, it's hard to get out of that joint, man. And that's for real. And I'm not saying all of them gonna go, because in life, you gotta learn this shit as you go, man. You have to learn as you go. You know? And some of them ain't gonna go nowhere. Some of them gonna get it early. You know, but when kids growing up, a lot of them be followers, man. So you got to understand that a lot of them be followers, man. But sometimes kids grow out of that shit, and for the ones that don't, you know, they gone on down there that penitentiary. You know, they gone down there where the people can tell them what to do. Because, you know, When you don't listen out here, you got to make that trip, man. You got to make that trip. You ain't got to. My boy Waco said my mama had a steer, My mama had a mean stiff out. Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt. You right, OG. See the kids, ain't no doubt. I remember when you used to have them boot camps. Ain't no doubt. Yeah. But see the thing about it though, like I said, man, it's just kids raising kids, man. You don't know what to do, man. You go have a motherfucking kid that's 17 by an 18-year-old, man. Come on, man. You don't know what the fuck to do. I mean, you look the part, but you don't know the part. You know? And that's the sad thing. They look the part, but they don't know the part. That's the difference between understanding what you're doing and don't understand what you're doing, man. These kids don't know what they doing, man. You know? They goddamn me go to fucking with no protective nothing. And then next thing you know, there goes somebody else in the world, another baby. And neither one of them ain't got no job. So they bringing a baby in the world, ain't nobody got no money. So who that shit gonna fall on? It's gonna fall on that daddy, or it's gonna fall on that mama. And a lot of, like I said, a lot of mamas ain't got the daddy. Why? Because he doing time. Yeah, he doing time. So she trying to send him some money and hold the household down till he get back. And shit, here you is, you running out of 7-Eleven with a big red. Oh, you can't make this shit up, man. For real. When I seen that shit, I said, boy, look at this shit here. You can't make this shit up, man. You got 75 kids running out of the store at one time with them Taki chips and them goddamn cupcakes and all that shit, and then they throw all the other stuff on the ground. Can't make it up, man. And it don't make no sense. But the shit ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change, man. So don't look for it to change no time soon. Ain't no doubt. And them nerds. I guess that's that candy. You know, that's how you can tell they were little kids, man. They wasn't number kids, man. You know, but they kids expressing themselves in the wrong way, man. And ain't no repercussions and consequences for them. That's why they done this shit. But at the end of the day, I just hate it because I know where they gonna end up at. Because you can't keep on going up there fucking with them folks shit and think you ain't gonna pay the cost to be the boss. Yeah, your ass going down one way or another. And ain't no telling when you gonna go down. It's just all in a matter of time. Cause from experience, I know one thing. If you run out of store with something, so you'll rob that motherfucking store. If you run out with something, if you run out the store with some items, your next move is to rob it. Cause you think you could get away with everything. And guess what gonna happen? Them other people gonna show up. Them real gangsters gonna show up. And then when they show up, you gonna wanna be a kid again. And that shit ain't gonna pan out. Nope. When them gangsters show up, they want them badges on their chest, you gonna wanna be a kid again. Call my mama. You gonna want them to call your mama. Well, son, your motherfucking mama ain't got enough money not to bond you out on this robbery case. She could have got you on that little small theft case. But she can't get you out on this because she got to send your old man some money. He down there doing time too. And that's just the way that shit work, man. So, once again, man, you boys that's raising boys, man, y'all keep doing what y'all do, man. But every now and then, put that foot in their ass. Yeah, put that foot in their ass and don't let them make it. Because you let them make it, you're going to be going to that visitation room, brother. I'm just giving you some real shit. You're going to be going to that visitation room, and it ain't going to be good, you know? Because most people can't handle that shit, man. It's a lot of that shit hard in the yard. And that's real talk. Yeah, don't call my mama. Let me stay in here. Because when you call my mama, she going to beat my motherfucking ass. Knowing I'm up here fucking with these motherfucking M&Ms. And she done gave me the money to go to school. Say they ain't even got no free lunch at school no more, man. I remember I went to school, they had the goddamn card, you get it punched and all that shit. Yeah, now you got to pay for all that shit, man. Trying to tell you, it's hard, man. It's hard out here in this world, man. These damn kids running up stealing shit out the store. But that's that soft parenting, man. So man, y'all quit that soft parenting, man. Quit that soft parenting, man. They ain't gonna do you no good in the end, man. Square business. They ain't gonna do you no good. Don't worry about that iPhone or that motherfucking tablet or that watch. Don't worry about that. Y'all need to take care of the real business. And that's for real. And we ain't gonna worry about taking all that miscellaneous material shit. Gotta put some real shit down every now and then, man. But anyway, man, I just thought I'd share that with y'all, man. For y'all that ain't seen it, and for those that have seen it, y'all know I ain't lying. But if you ain't seen it, Google that shit. Just Google it. You will see. Shit happened in Los Angeles, man, when them kids ran out of that store. Yeah, Google it, man. Do that for me. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. I got to get out of here, man. Salute.